League of Liquor is definitely a topside team, so they're going to be looking to play through those advantages. And I expect them to draft something kind of heavy towards topside. And we see the Scion is what they picked here. So Matt getting his signature Scion. When we look at how the rest of the draft went, the Braum Diana Ivern bands coming out and the Ezreal Ari Alawi bands coming out. So banning Alawi and leaving up the Scion. TJ willing to play into it. Again, both of these teams 6 and 2 hospitalized, obviously on the red side for game 1. So Ezreal Ari Alawi, this is probably the first Ezreal respect band that we've seen coming out for
Ezreal receiving a buff today, so this really makes sense to me.
It's true. Hey man, LCC live patch, right? Gotta love it.
LCC always live patch first.
Caitlyn Vel'Koz locked in. I think Dahl getting Vel'Koz and Caitlyn is great, but that does solidify their bot lane. They counter with Tristana Taric, so leaving the Taric up, and Tristana is the flavor of the week this week for Agateo. He had the Lucian, went 2-0 last week. We'll see how the Tristana is. I don't think we've seen very much Tristana gaming, but I do think it's really strong. I'll give you a little behind the scenes look. It's something that DK has been practicing, so I wouldn't be shocked if it pops off here. Maokai.
Yeah, it's huge all-in potential for Tristana Taric onto Caitlyn Vel'Koz, but if Caitlyn Vel'Koz can keep them at arm's length, they have a lot of power to poke them out.
Yeah, I mean, they should win the push, right? But Tristana also kind of counter pushes, so it's that interesting like dynamic, but just a double range into range melee matchup, they should have the advantage for the League of Liquor bot side. Oh, you did miss Gator. We got one of the mitigators here. Yeah. Check out the VOD, and I'll put some... I'll edit the videos and put them in the Discord for you guys to check them out, okay? So we'll have it edited up for you guys. He played really well. A lot of respect to Gator. Huge love for Gator. Played really well. Back to this draft, though. The Maokai Comfort pick and on blue 3, answered by Trundle. So Trundle blind here, and then a couple of the bans coming through. Diana, Syndra, so still letting Matt have his Scion. Syndra ban, a lot of respect for Hope, both the Ari and the Syndra. And then Hui and Jarvan. So they don't want to mess around with that Jarvan top, and they don't want to mess around with that Hui mid. So Crimson Yoni getting some finally getting some respect. They blind the Malphite. Scion Azir is the answer into it, and then Brand is the ultimate answer as the last pick, red side counter into Azir. Let's talk about the comps overall. Who won draft here?
I think I like the look of League of Liquor's comp, but I think the lanes are going to be hospitalized favored. I think Brand has a strong matchup into Azir in the early game, and I think Taric Tristana, they've shown that they can find picks with Taric every time, and Abraxo is not afraid to flash forward with that stun to find his dazzles. I think Hospitalized is going to be really happy with their lineup. They've got their signature Protect Agatio setup, and they have their Taric. League of Liquor, I think, is happy with their setup as well. They've got their Caitlyn Vel'Koz. Dahl, very happy to have Vel'Koz, but I know that Bassoon is not as happy to be on Caitlyn compared to Ezreal.
Yeah, I think, and Beza says it here in chat, Hospitalized draft is a mega easy to play if they don't int in lane. The Azir, how does Azir really get the angle? This Maokai has to do a lot of the work and finding great engages. And Scion, we know that Matt's not going to be joining, so all of this onus is on this Maokai jungle. And Vel'Koz, Caitlyn, Azir are going to be kind of like playing back. I think this is a very difficult 4v4 for them. It's freaking time, guys. Let's go as we head into game 1 of Hospitalized versus League of Liquor.
So one thing, I don't think we can do any action replays, or it's going to be impossible for me to sync up with you again without pausing the game.
Yep, that's true. We'll just watch it live. Let me see. I can't, the other thing, I can't zoom out. So we're going to have to watch it from this forced perspective, which is okay.
They don't let you zoom out. Thanks, Riot. Would you please update the spectator tool a little bit for us once in a while?
League of Liquor 6 and 2 again, like we said. And we see a little level 1 action here. Trundle happy to take that. Updating the scoreboard for you. Yeah, Bassoon is here. Yes, absolutely. 5, match 2.
Oh, I got so many messages while we've been streaming this. Oh, good lord. I
Okay, we're
don't
set
think I
up.
need to answer
We're good to
these.
go. Let's do it.
I hope
Hey,
sure hope I don't.
let's dig in. Let's enjoy this game. So, a little 5-point defense here from
Oh, wait, let me
Hospitalist.
zoom out.
It will.
It did. Give it a go. It might.
Nope, I can't do it.
It's so finicky.
Oh well. So yeah, we're just gonna have to watch from a little closer.
I gotta say, Matt, no items.
Oh, you're right, and he is on his alt account again. So good call out. No item top lane, and this historically has been a really bad sign when they mess up the early item buy.
It's pretty bad, believe it or not, to start with no items. I also want to point out Crimson Yoni starting into this matchup against Azir, deciding to scale, and looks like they're going for their Rod of Ages brand build again, just making sure that they can get their reliably survive the early parts of the fight and get at least one rotation off, ideally 2. And that's really what you're looking for on mages. It's getting more than one rotation off is ideal, and that's what you take your picks for. If you're not going to kill him in one shot, kill him in 2.
Yeah, Sion already shoving in here top, and you know, doing what this Sion wants to do. Brand actually kind of evening this lane out. How does this go? I mean, I know that Azir kind of struggles a little bit early. How does it end up kind of later?
So I find that Brand doesn't. Azir can struggle into this lane until he gets his first item. Really, if he can, you can use your Q to poke out. But Brand has the push prio, and you shouldn't have a lot of opportunity to waste your spells on Brand as opposed to clearing out the creep wave. Or you're going to find yourself farming under the tower and taking a lot of poke off your own creep
Taking a
wave.
ton of damage here, forced to flash out. So really nice, aggressive laning play from Dahl and Bassoon, clearly coordinated, practiced up on these kind of poke lanes. And you know, when it comes to some of the stats in the league, the 2 supports that play the most aggressive, most farm heavy, and highest gold supports are Dahl and Fia. Those are the 2 that really stand out for that style of play. So Dahl and Bassoon looking to try to neutralize
A
against
gank angle topside from Whisper.
Yeah, Whisper is here. TJ is low on mana, so he's gonna get the little speed boost from his Q, and yeah, he's right out of there, wasting the time of the
Wiggle
jungler,
his way out.
Nice play. Meanwhile, Whittle is here bot side, and this is what we expect, right? So the jump in onto Bassoon, but a really nice knockout from Dahl, able to push him back, and Whittle's there, takes a turret shot, but no gank. So both ganks being unsuccessful so far in the game, and it's a slight gold lead for Legal Liquor, just CSing a little better.
Yep, I wonder if TJ noticed the no items top as Whisper comes back for a
Whittle's
return
here again.
gank. Flash is available, but I think they will burn it.
Let's see.
TJ
I don't
with
know
the
if TJ's
walkout.
going to be able to get out of this. He's only level 5. He still has flash. He will commit it, but he stays in the queue. He flashed into the queue, and that's going to be a beautiful knockback by Whisper. And first blood is collected. It wasn't at 3 minutes like Matt said, but it was at 4.5. And that's going to be first blood going over to League of Liquor. Great early play.
I believe the correct trash talk was that Matt's going to die to TJ at 3 minutes. So
Yeah.
the opposite happens here. I'm curious, I didn't notice, but Matt must have just committed his resources for an early push and then reset to pick up his Doran shield and Cole on that first back and did not have to burn his teleport.
Yeah,
So
it's
going to
not
be very
terrible.
happy with the current
I
state
mean,
of lane after buying no items.
The thing about this is that he did like start with no items, but he didn't waste his gold on anything, right? So he still gets the Doran item plus a Cole. And the jump a little bit too late there.
Oh!
Agoteo and Braxton.
Tectonic Disruption will bring Tristana back to the earth. I like that. Like you said, Dahl and Bassoon looking practiced in this matchup. This is definitely the playstyle that they've shown in every LCC game so far. Playing carefully.
So I just want to talk about jungle pathing really quick because Dahl is and they're definitely calling that this could be a bad move, and so Whisper is here on the cover, and they're going to all in, but Exhaust is down on Agateo, so this could be the counterplay. Agateo has to flash out, and they're now on the run as League of Liquor will hunt down the bot lane of Hospitalized. Sapling toss here, and the twisted advance onto Abraxo. Forward rooted and trapped. Abraxo will drop here as he finally goes down. Whisper has to flash out, but it's going to be a couple of...
Raptors jump reset.
The Agateo with a
Bassoon,
jump reset.
Damage. No flash available for
Agateo. Oh, Bassoon gets out on just a sliver of health. Sub 30 HP.
All right, I'll take over for a moment. You have a mandated sip check, Ian.
Oh,
as just a Whittle guy will push back past the tower. Doll on no mana. Bassoon, no mana, no HP. Whittle guy 300, but Whisper is here. And Bassoon taken down, but Whittle guy will take a little bit of punishment on the back end. Matt, I am your father, pushing the top side. Huge wave dying to the bottom tower. Bassoon's going to be very sad to be missing that experience and gold. Man, what is the overall effect of that play?
It's a 1-for-1, but Bassoon misses all of that XP. And I mean, the gold is a lot, of course, and all of the XP goes on to Whisper instead. So Whisper already level 5 here. Whittle now catching Matt on the proxy. Honestly, a lot is happening in this game very quickly, and League of Liquor is on top of it. They're, roughly 1,400 gold up, and so Agateo with an early kill, and this has been historically their path to victory for Hospitalized. So, of course, if we're watching a Hospitalized game,
just execute into this tower now.
Yeah, he's just dead. If you're watching a Team Hospitalized game, you want to keep your eyes on Agateo. That is going to be their key to victory. Of course, Crimson Yoni here on the brand could supply a lot of damage, but
yeah, Bassoon pushed up, trying to crash this wave. I think he's going to have no problems doing that. Doll already roaming over to these Void Grubs while Abraxo backs up Agateo. Really want to see them look for an all-in with Abraxo's flash available. Bassoon could be caught out right here. He's on ward.
Yeah, and they will chase him down. Agateo and Abraxo capitalizing on a slight overstep, as he's playing weak side here, and the rest of his team is taking this Grubs. Doll has been topside looking at Grubs for the past probably minute, and so just an overstep, and Hospitalized capitalize on the macro play. That's not one, now it's two. So start counting them up as our kill leader of the league grabs another.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in this game one. So I think Bassoon and Doll were doing a good job bot lane, playing out the strengths of Caitlyn Vel'Koz, keeping Braxo and Agateo from finding any ins through the use of their net traps and the tectonic distortion on Vel'Koz. But man, that series of plays leaving them doubled on CS in the bot side of the map.
Yeah, it's tough, and he's still level 6, but he's getting solo lane XP here. Doll has not been here for a long time, so again, these kills really setting them behind in XP, and that's almost 3 full plates here. I would assume that they just keep shoving this in, and as long as Whisper is not ganking this lane, Agateo and Abraxo are happy to cause havoc for the bot lane of League of Liquor.
Yep, and I think the experience is being mirrored on the top side, though. We have 2,600 gold for TJ, 2,700 gold for Bassoon. Matt sitting on almost 4K, and Agateo almost 4K. It's virtually mirrored exactly.
Yeah, very true, very true. All right, we'll have to see if they're able to capitalize. Everybody's got ulti except for Doll. Doll missed a lot of XP on that roam. Finally picks up the ulti, but Whittle is here again. This is their whole game plan, right?
Braxo has flash.
Send the jungler bot over and over, and they're sticking to it. It's what's found them wins so far. TJ might die here as they use ultimate.
He's
gonna have to use Unstoppable Force to get out, but he'll gladly just flash under tower, and Matt says, "I am your father," and he picks up the solo bolo. All right, Whittle, Agateo, and Abraxo are charging here. Oh, Whisper is just behind the fight. Bassoon will drop Whisper too little, too late, and he doesn't even end up committing to show up at this fight. He's on a ward here. They're trying to find. The Ray comes across.
All with a nice combo, but not enough damage to bring down Whittle guy. Agateo, Whittle guy, and Abraxo still pushing through. They will pick up that third plate, bring themselves a little further ahead. As now on the bot side, they're still double the CS, but we'll pick up one more kill, one more plate on that play. Matt's picked up one more kill, one more play in the top side as the game continues to be.
TJ's 2 levels down here. Like, holy
Yeah,
cow.
another plate's going to go down, and Matt's going to try to pick up the gold. I don't think he's noticing it.
So,
And
I mean,
the gold is still there.
Like I said, we talked about win conditions for League of Liquor and win conditions for Hospitalized, right? Both these teams playing to them. The Scion getting the Scion pick, 7 CS away from cashing in on the Cole. Very much scaling up and ramping into what is going to be
die to
a
Whittle here.
permanent issue in the side lane. Actually, nice pillar to stop the E from going
He's
off.
going to get that Krug if you don't take it. No, Smite's away.
Smite it.
You know, let's check in with the mid lane. What's happening with the fulcrum of the map that everybody's just ignoring?
Hope, one of our most celebrated players in the league, currently sitting up quite a few CS. We had a Rod of Ages rush, like you said, so Brand is kind of just chilling here, happy to scale up and farm, sitting on brown boots. Yeah, I think both of these mid laners are happy to let the action happen elsewhere. You know, usually top lane is the island, but not in a game with Matt. So hoping the Crimson Yoni kind of chilling out here on vacation in the Bahamas. And if we actually check at the gold lead, holy cow, is this a close game? 19.6 to 19.5. It's just a couple hundred gold is the difference. And
Hope's a little bit ahead in the mid lane. Whittle guy a little bit ahead in the jungle. And another engaged top from Matt on the TJ brings him down to half HP.
That's one like charged Q combo.
But we'll notice 3 on the top side for the is this Void Grub still? Yes, second spawn of Void Grub, and 3 collapsing onto Bassoon.
So they're giving up grubs. That's the play, and that's fine. But Bassoon is totally stuck. He's got no way out.
Yep, he needs to just be auto attacking Agatio.
Yeah, the pillar comes down.
Who's gonna take it?
Whittle's gonna happily take a couple of turret shots, and they use their advantage there. But then same thing happens topside, and it's actually first tower for the Scion. And I feel like
it's like a lane swap, dude. What's going on?
Yeah, it's just it's just like LCC, man. They're just totally ignoring what's happening, and they're just hard committing. I feel like this is 2016, 2017. You're right, Jason. This is just like a lane swap game. Wow.
Yeah, except Bassoon and Dahl are still going to bottom. Dahl has been abandoning Bassoon, though, but he is unfortunately unable to pick up Ezreal for this game and has to survive it out on Caitlyn. And so is not going great.
I just want to call out the roams from Dahl here, right? Abraxo committing, playing powerfully through the bottom, and Dahl is roaming. That's double, Herald roam. So that's 6 grubbies, right? So just playing very different. Traditionally, Dahl has been up in CSD as far as supports, but obviously very far down here at the 14-minute mark. So playing this lane a little bit differently. We'll see how it plays out here. These teams have different strengths, different wants, and we'll see as they're about to enter. Abraxo is stunned up as the ultimate comes through. A nice find here onto Abraxo, but a lot of healing of the flash out baited just in time, and Whisper will drop. The rest of League of Liquor doesn't want to take the fight, and so it's a 1-for-0. And
I gotta point out Agatio burning his barrier to prevent that ace in the hole from bringing him down low. Questionable use of his summoner spell. I complained a lot last game about Gator not roaming up to these Void Grubs, but the alternative is pressuring the solo laner. They're 1v2 down there, and Abraxo and Agatio are finding the kills down onto Bassoon when Dahl roams out of the lane every single time, and that's the alternative. If you're not going to go up to these fights, you need to take pressure.
So Abraxo, here's an example. Abraxo helping put the Tristana push out the lane. That's a little bit overkill, right? That's probably gold and XP that can go on your carry. So there is a time and a place to do it. Obviously hard shoving to get the reset there. And I want this Tristana to go mid now. 5-0. Scion is going to be found here. He does have flash, so he's going to commit it out. It's
unstoppable charge is available. He should be able to find his way out
down
here.
And yeah, they can't. They can't
Hope
really
moving
take
to
this
reinforce,
fight.
but this
Hope
is a 2v5.
Abraxo is also here. Hope doesn't have a way into this fight, so Scion will drop, and they end up committing a lot. I mean, you can see.
Ian, are you surprised that Whittle guy takes the kill here instead of waiting for Agatio to leap over and take it for himself?
I mean, no. You can kind of see, I feel like when you're playing jungle and you've got a 5-0 carry, I think you start thinking that maybe some of that gold is yours, that you've earned a say in it, you know?
I totally agree, but it's definitely in Hospitalized playbook to hold the kill for Gatio to pick it up. Maybe that's exclusive to when he's playing Kog'Maw and has already died and needs to get his passive
Whisper's
trade.
gonna get caught out here. Braxo, oh, nice little back step, and so Whisper might end up getting out. The pillar goes down. He doesn't get covered by his team. Hope could have gone for the Shroom Shuffle, but it doesn't go through. A nice flash out, so he ends up spending the
great
Summer
escape.
Skull. But he's still here. He really needs to just back and reset and commit to getting out of this fight. Like, he can't do anything on no health. This is going to be a free
Unleash
Herald.
teleports available for TJ, but he's currently trading out with Bassoon in the bot side of the map. 4 up here.
They use the
Maokai
advance
ultimate comes
on,
across.
and he finds 3, but again, like, he can't go in. Sion has to solo frontline this, and he will just get burnt down when it's a 4 versus 1. Hope with 3 soldiers over the wall, but can't get it in, can't get into the fight and find the shuffle, right? Okay, I missed the afterkill on
It's all
that,
here,
'cause
but Whisper's
Sion's
still
zombie killed.
staying here
Agateo
with
jumps
no
in on
help.
Hope. The flash forward through, Dahl potentially saving the mid laner there. Wow, what the Lifeform Disintegration Ray cutting across Agateo. He has to actually flash
I'm staring
out
right at this Herald Eye. Please. Oh, did Matt get it?
I mean, he must
Did
have
Matt
gotten
get
it.
No, Whisper stole the Herald.
Okay, credit where credit's due. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah, I think I was really concerned because Whisper I think overstayed a really long time at that
I felt like he
fight
could have
with
backed
no
and reset.
HP.
He was there so long, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But he in the end they trade 1 kill over and they take the Herald.
Chad, are you with me here?
Did
We got 17 viewers. You guys with me? You guys popping off for this battle for the lead? League of Liquor up 1K here. We got a nice little 69 kill score. I mean, come on, let's go, dude. Yeah, the Milk Sugar. Come on. Return of the Milkman. Let's go. Laws here. Let's go.
Matt finding TJ in the bot side.
Alright,
I
Whittle's
think
here as
we
well.
all know he's
Don't
just
spoil
gonna
it,
fight
don't
as
spoil
much
it.
as he can.
All right, here we go. So, yeah, we're cooking though. We got 2 dragons for hospitalized. I think dragon stacking is definitely, a possibility. I mean, confirmed. We knew the Matt was gonna probably do this, but confirmed the Hullbreaker buy here.
Hullbreaker first item actually. Now has the hard shield.
Used. They're looking for the chase down, and he's just gonna ult under tower. Will he get out? This
Die to the tower?
He gets out.
Oh.
No way. Oh wait, he ends. Oh no, he's
Yeah,
got
we
W.
wonder why Sion's such an annoying champion. I
Oh,
hope
he
with
lives!
Emperor's
Okay, there's up
Divide
mid.
forward into the mid
Hope
tower.
went for the Shurima Shuffle, and Whisper is there, but Agateo and Abraxo find the kill. The jump forward, it will not be enough. And that's a double kill mid going on to Agateo. Whisper and Hope, the mid jungle duo, just getting caught out here by the bot lane. And it was 6 kills before, it's 8 kills now. League leader in kills. Are we surprised at this, Jason? Are we surprised that our league leading kill leader, who has double any kills over any other player in the league, has already got 8?
I don't think I'm shocked at all, but I am shocked at the parity on this in this game. 3 dragons taken by Team Hospitalized, but the gold lead 32.2k to 33k. It is neck and neck for these teams in the gold lead. Team Hospitalized putting all of their gold in their Agateo basket, and Matt taking all the gold behind the enemy lines, fighting it out 1v5 as much as he can possibly manage.
Yeah, I mean, I will say some deaths are good deaths. That one, not a good death, right? He could have just backed. He definitely had the angle to get out. Instead, he feeds a kill over to Crimson Yoni, who was previously 0 kills, and now Hope, who was on par, went for a shuffle mid or got engaged on in some fashion, ends up getting killed, and so that mid lane gap is evening now in terms of gold when we look at it, even though it is up 30 CS. Okay.
Ooh. Sitting in this game, settling in for a moment. Hospitalized is at sole
I
point,
mean,
and
look
they
at
are
this.
pushing in
Agateo's
mid
going
lane.
insane. Dodges out the Shurima Shuffle, and they commit the Taric ulti. Whisper's here. I don't think Whisper and Bassoon want this fight. There's no Taric ulti. It wouldn't be a terrible angle. They elect not to take it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hope. We really need to see Hope. Hope is the late game scaling here, right? Like, we really need to see Hope come online. I think League of Liquor needs to find time, like find ways to buy time to let this Azir scale.
I think we're gonna
That's
find a
really
kill
the way
down
they're
on
gonna
the
start
mat,
winning.
the
Nice
bottom side of the
unstoppable
map.
force. TJ decides that finally, now that he's got Malignance, he can turn the fight.
Yeah, Mats has had some unequivocally good deaths this game. That's a bad death. Dies for no reason because he took tower aggro by mistake, and then takes about 6 tower shots extra on the back end of that demolish proc. He's gonna regret that one. But still does get his gold. Hospitalized in the power seat, though. They have a really fed AD carry, and on the other side, they have a fed Scion that doesn't want to come to these team fights.
Yep.
Let's
talk
Hospitalized is
about
going to
builds.
clean up every single team fight.
Let's talk about builds. What's your opinion on the Maokai Leandri's build? I personally would rather see tank Maokai, especially like I said, they don't have a tank when Matt is in the side lane. And so they don't have a real way in. He's so squishy here. Whittle, Agateo, and Abraxo teaming up again. Do you agree with me?
Yep, I think I completely agree. Leandri's is an attractive item. I think maybe you buy the first burn component, but it is the ashes just so you can clear the jungle a little bit faster. But I'm going to be feeling so squishy into this team. You know Agatio is going to get fed. You know you're going to get shredded.
Just look at how they
and
want
you
to play.
instead you've got cooldown boots and a Leandri's.
Yeah.
You cannot enter these fights.
Yeah. So we'll see if they know something that I don't. I mean, hypothetically, they can find a nice bigger chunk of damage in the 2v2. And here's the twist advance here.
Those guys split off from his team.
It's an even trade, just like that. So Vision being fought here in the jungle, and it's a flash forward from Whittle guy onto Doll, forces the flash from Doll out.
Hospitalized is playing with a dive topside, but Agatio is not there. He is pushing through mid. They will back off.
And they finally, just with a Tristana push, shove in over and over, and they get the mid tower. As Tristana,
so they already had the mid tower.
Kills.
That was it was an Azir passive tower there for a while, just holding down the zone.
Sion's gonna get another kill. Oh no, he autoed a minion. Okay, it won't matter.
Won't matter. He will take a few more tower shots for the road and give Yoni a chance to catch up. That home guard boost, not quite enough, as he will pillar flame and kill the range creeps. I hate Sion as he teleports back to his own lane. Didn't even bother to teleport to his own base. Gonna add 8 more seconds to that 5-second teleport timer.
Whispers have really nice.
That champion's so annoying.
Whispers have really nice vision control here. I would like to see Dawn and Whisper team up together when they go to clear. But Whisper's definitely been on top of it with the vision clearing. That is, the primary benefit of the Maokai. You've got the saplings for all the extra vision. And so it's all about denial. As the sapling will find Whittle, they find a little bit of chunk damage, but it's really not sticking. And Agateo decides now is the time to go all in onto Doll. Twisted advance forward, flashed out, and Whisper's being shredded because this is not a tank. Oh, beautiful ace in the hole will land.
Agateo had barrier up, and the ace in the hole will finish him through the collector first strike.
And Sion's team fighting. Oh, a nice find here from Hope. This is what League of Liquor wants. They want this fight. The lifeform disintegration rate across all 3, and they are winning the fight. This is amazing for League of Liquor. They're going to look to chase down. It's just Whittle. He's so low. He all ins. Can he get Hope? Hope is going to get out a beautiful Bramble Smash back, and he escapes.
Yeah, finds a little bit of damage on the backside. Dragon still full HP. Doll and Hope on the edge of death. Abraxo taken to the end. And Whittle will follow him.
Double kill for Doll. League
well
of Liquor
played
just
there by
spaced that
League of
out
Liquor.
Incredibly. What a team fight.
Yep. They managed to find an ace in the hole, threads the needle, and Agatio hesitates, dropping his barrier, and will fall to the first strike collector combo. Bassoon going to be very happy to pick that up, and picking up I imagine that had to be 1,000 gold shutdown, didn't it?
Oh, it had to be. And
Yeah, it was a 1,000 gold shutdown over onto Bassoon. Let's check the gold lead. 44k now, 2k up on 2k advantage for League of Liquor at 25 minutes into the game. They pick up the dragon, they stop the Cloud Soul, and now they have a real line back into this game.
yeah, I mean, I think next fight, if they don't burn Agateo early again like that, then it's kind of, it goes very differently.
I completely agree, but if they got that Cloud Soul, I think the whole game was over, and now they have an option. They have 5 more minutes bought for themselves to get some items and try to find those breakpoints to bring things back to even
I
a
really
little
like
closer.
what Hope did in the middle of that fight, finding Crimson Yoni on the side, shuffling him into the chaos. This brand isn't a mobile carry, right? It's so taking advantage of the mobility of Azir and really, making the most out of the champion's identity. I'd love to see Hope continue to find plays like that, where he can find one.
I think
or two
he's
carries.
trying for it himself as he rushes towards Azonius for his 3rd item. He wants to go in for these Emperor's Divides, these Shurima Shuffles to split up the team, and then Zonius so he can survive a little bit longer and hopefully make these fights go their way. Nature's Grasp is going to be a great setup tool for them to use off of Maokai. But again, Maokai is going to be squishy until he can pick up this 3rd item and have 2 tank items for himself. Currently sitting on a Sunfire.
He's got the Sunfire and the Bramble now. And so
Not bad.
I think a lot of those issues that we were talking about are like becoming less relevant, right? As he has transitioned to full tank. Matt is super tanky, but again, the rest of the team is here. This might be the opportunity to find the fight. The flash forward onto Agateo, but he does buffer with the jump, and the Shurima Shuffle on TJ, but it's back. Hope is going to burn down, and Crimson Yoni finds about 4,000 brand damage with that combo. Just annihilates Hope and Whisper with that brand burn. Holy cow. Agateo
Hospitalized understands the assignment, always defending Agateo. He will not pick up the kill onto Whisper with that leap forward, but I like the angle. Dahl trying to get to the fight a little bit late there, able to pump out damage, but it's not nearly enough. Agateo able to jump back. He's jumping in this time onto Matt.
It's just an overstay. It was a great play by League of Liquor, and when you're that low on health, just back, dude. Just back. It's an overstay that means that they're not going to have a mid or a top laner here. Whisper has to show bot, and pings should go onto the Baron. They absolutely do. Agateo starting it up as Abraxo
Whittle
and
having
Yoni
to run
join.
by the bot laners.
Yeah, Whittle's not there, but they saw Whisper bot.
Yep, I completely agree. This is the angle.
It is being shredded. It's a little slow here, slower than I would have expected for a 9-kill. 28.
That's what happens when you pick up this this Rod of Ages on Brand. You're a lot more survivable, but your damage is definitely lower. Brand really benefits off of stacking some burn items. It enhances his DPS by a lot onto those major objectives. League of Liquor now sitting behind in gold again by about 3k. It is not nearly as even as it once was. Still 3 major items down on Tristana, 2 to answer for the Caitlyn.
Yeah, Beza died quite a bit in lane, and then he found a really nice ace in the hole, and since then, he hasn't been able to really participate in too many fights, but he's been trying to find these angles. So I really want to see I want to see the setup, right? We've got a ton of damage coming out of them. This Vel'Koz is pretty fed. Caitlyn is sitting on 2 items with a collector. It's a 2.5 item Azir with the Seeker's Arm Guard, so able to Zanya's, right? I want to see these carries for League of Liquor able to enter the fight. The Hull Breaker on Sion, it's probably going to be controversial. I feel like in a comp like this, where you've got these 3 carries, having that frontline take could really help. Going Hull Breaker, he's playing a different identity, a different type of Sion, right? But I don't know. I just think it's going to be difficult to find. Hope has to flash out here. It's not enough. Whittle finds the behind the enemy lines pillar, and even after the flash, he's so slow in the terrain. Wait, is this just end? They have Baron.
This has got to be an end angle. Matt's trying to push down to answer, and I think that's kind of the angle they have to hope for in order to come back into the game.
Out as the Tark ulti comes through, so the full dive will commit. TJ is definitely going to burn her. He didn't get caught up in the ulti somehow. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 so far, actually. Nobody else has died. Matt does back, and they're again, it's too much, too forward though. Agateo trying to do it all himself. He finds another kill and the jump out. So Hospitalized will back. They end up saving. League of Liquor saves the base, but they went from a lead to you know, butchering the macro around the Baron, getting caught bot side, and now one of their Nexus towers is gone, I believe. Yeah, so
yep, 3 towers taken, 1 inhib, several kills. What is that? Two kills, I think, total came down for, or no, 3 kills, because Whisper went down, I believe, in that engagement. And now Hospitalized moving over to take their Dragon Soul, Cloud Dragon Soul, over to them. And that move speed is going to make them even more oppressive in this late game.
Yeah, they can't really contest. They have a lot of people there, but they
teleport coming in from TJ. He will just get to walk away. That's a mistake, but it will not be punished.
We've seen, you know, I don't want to call anybody out, but we've seen a couple of top laners in this league make some interesting decisions with that summoner spell. I'm going to go ahead and throw that one in there as a contender for most interesting decision.
Yeah, might have been a mistake. Not on the same page. Don't think it's going to matter. But that's one to check out in the replay. Braxo, the dutiful support, holding all of the creeps for Agatio to pick up at his leisure. 11, 1, and 0. Deathless Doll this game, I'm going to point out. 4-0 and 3 on the Vel'Koz. Happy to have their Blackfire Torch and Leandri's combo. Lots of damage, but Agatio just an incomparable amount for themselves. They're burning through even the biggest tank on League of Liquor, Matt, Scion.
That's what I mean, like, they have enough damage with the Caitlyn Vel'Koz Azir. I don't dislike the comp. It's just knowing that League of Liquor is playing it, you know how they're going to play it. And so I don't like it for League of Liquor, but I think this is a good comp. So it's not like, you know, it's not that they got out-drafted. I think it's just they decided to play Hullbreaker, you know? And playing Hullbreaker, you know, that's that really limits what the rest of your team can do. I mean, he's huge, right? Like, they have to send an army to deal with him. He's sitting at 6,200 HP. The issue is, at this point in the game, Hospitalized is only working as an army, and they, you know, they've got the champions. That's 2 inhibitors down. They're rotating over here. TJ's gonna tank for his team, and
the trap line is already down for Bassoon. I like the prep, but they're contending with Cloud Soul in a 5-man setup from Hospitalized. Matt still standing on the sides, pushing out these other lanes. Every lane is pushed in. I like this setup. They've got the ward control on the bot side as they rotate down. They just need to make sure that they just don't throw it all down the drain on this one tower. They just have to wait for their waves to push in. Oh, we've got a sip check come in. Ah, oh, thank you. 33 minutes in. There's a lot to talk about. Chef. I could use it.
I'm gonna upgrade that sip check. Let's get a gulp check. If you're listening along with us, let me get a gulp.
Oh, 2 huge gulps there on my side.
What's your opinion of this macro?
Thank you.
5, like 005? I don't think this is it. Oh, crazy unstoppable force from TJ. Malphite presses the outplay button, and Whittle guy is in the backline. Bassoon can't do anything. It's a 1 versus 3. And Matt finally shows
up. Out of the air, the unstoppable charge will knock Agatio back to the ground. But Tristana ult will knock him away.
Very low, but again, it's a 1 versus 4 and so much healing coming out. He just jumps out. So it ends up being a 1 for 3, and this will be triple inhib. Can they look for the end? Whisper and Doll backs against the wall as League of Liquor tries to keep their claim to the top of the leaderboard, but Hospitalized says otherwise. Hospitalized take game 1.